everybody, it's Miss Brianna. How are you? Sorry I was taking the phone. I just wanted to do a quick little video about the museum tour because it's a little bit confusing on how to get on there. I couldn't send you a link directly to the actual exhibit that you had to go to. I tried to figure it out, but I couldn't. So I figured I'd just walk you through it. It's just a couple steps, but it's just a little confusing on where to click. So we're going to do a tour of the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. So they have an insect exhibit and a butterfly exhibit, but they also have many other things that so if you have some time on your hands, either today or over the weekend, or even whenever, because it's on there forever. You can look at some of the other exhibits. They're really cool. There's bones. There's different animals that you can look at that are in different continents. There's different like ocean and water animals you can look at. They have like this big whale that hangs from the ceiling, so you can look at some different water animals. They have a little Egyptian thing that you can look at. I always like. So this was one of my favorite. I actually was able to go to this museum when I visited. The Smithsonian museums are in Washington, D.C. So one of my vacations one year, I went to Washington, D.C., and I visited all the monuments and all the a lot of the museums. It takes you a long time to go through the museums. You can only pretty much do one museum a day. But this was one of my favorite ones that I went to. It's the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. Whenever this corona stuff finishes and we can actually go to museums, this is a great museum to actually go to. Well, any of the Smithsonian museums. So if you guys ever want to take a trip, maybe in a few years, hopefully, go to the Smithsonian museums, because they're actually free, because they're like considered national parks. So you can go in and out, as much as you want. If you don't, because it's a big museum, so if you don't get through it the whole day, you can always go to it, the next day or a few days later, and you don't have to buy another ticket because it's free. So I'm gonna walk you through how to get to the museum. Alright, so you're just going to go to the link that I sent you. Alright, so let me flip my camera around so you can see my computer. Alright, so you can open up the attachment that I sent you with the daily activities. And you can click on the link right here, or you can even copy and paste it in a web browser if you would like. I'm just going to, you have to click Control. And then click on it, and then it should pop right up. Sometimes there's a pop-up that comes up that wants you to put feedback. You don't have to do that. Just click, the X button. All right, so you will see the website for the be careful if you have a touchscreen too, computer, because then you'll exit out of stuff. So you'll see that we're at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. And I really like this museum because there was a big elephant as soon as you walked in. So if you have some time, you can also explore different information about the elephant on the first floor. So when you first open the museum, you'll have a map over here in the corner. This is the map of the whole museum. And it says first, so the little arrow is on the first floor, so you'll know that you're on the first floor. And the first floor has the elephant. So and it has like it has dinosaurs. Here's the ocean thing I was talking about, and the animal thing is over here. So those are some other cool things that you guys can look at as well. Now the insect one is on the second floor, so you're going to want to click the second with your mouse. Okay, and then you'll get a new map. There's not too much on the second floor. It's a lot of like research wings and stuff, but there's a little bit up here. There's the insect, there's the Egyptian exhibit in the red, and then the blue is the insects. The bottom blue part, not the top blue part. The top blue part has like bones and stuff. And then over here in like the brown, that it goes over like different like minerals and geology kind of stuff. I mean, you can take a look at that later if you have a chance to. But we're going to focus today on the insects. So you're going to want to look for, over here, the little beetle. And then you're going to look for those little dots they give you different little exhibits that you can go to. So you're going to want to try to find the first dot, and it says Insect Zoo #1. So you're going to click on that little dot, and then it's going to bring you to the exhibit. Now you can use your mouse, so just click on your mouse onto the exhibit, and then you can actually rotate it. You can go up. You can see all the trees. You can go down. And this is just like the entrance, basically. But this will show you the exhibit. And you can, there's buttons down here you can use, so you can zoom in. If you want to, like, you know, some of the things you can kind of read. So this is telling you about ants. And you can zoom back out. You can read some of the things. And just take a look at, you know, the different exhibits. So this is just the first room, so this is kind of like an introduction. Now to get to the next room, you can click on the arrows on the floor, but they're a little confusing because they don't really go in order. So I would just go back to the map, and so it gives you a check mark of the different sections that you already looked at, so that's good. And then it kind of gives you like what direction you're going to. Now the arrow on the floor says Insect Zoo 3, but we didn't do 2, and there's not really an arrow for 2. So that's why I like using the map to make sure I cover everything. So I would click on the Insect Zoo 2. And then it will show you. So this is really cool. This is like an insect wall. And it will show you all different insects on the wall. The arthropods. I'm just doing a quick little view of it. You can actually go on the website and you can, like I said, you can zoom in and out and read some of the information about them. And then this will, you know, this is more of like the big room. You can see there's a termite hill. You can see the big termite hill. Alright, so I'm going to click on the Insect 3. So that'll take me into here. Oh, look, you can see the Washington Monument outside the window. That's the Washington Monument. That's cool. Like I said, this is in Washington, D.C. You can take a look at different, you know, the different insects. Zoom, you know, zoom in and out. I'm trying to, like, do this through my phone. You can, like, you know, zoom in and out. Look at different. I'm just doing a quick thing, you know. This is good. That's why this is the only thing I gave you guys today to do. This is gonna take you a little while. And then, so that's basically like just a little bit about the insects. And then you can go back onto the map, and then look at the butterflies. And then it'll take you into the butterfly room. Now the butterfly room is really cool. So this is just like the entrance to the butterfly room. And then you're going to click on the map, go to the second thing. And then I can show you the butterfly room. And you can see all the different butterflies. And all the different info about them. I don't think they have, like I said, this is just a picture, so I don't think, you could see one right here on the ground. And then this is just a little bit more info about them. And then, that's, I know that's the ticket number. And then, like I said, then you can go out and then you can just look at the minerals. So that's basically just a little, I mean, it's a quick little thing. There's only like, I think, what, 6 little exhibits that you can look at about insects. Like I said, you can zoom in and out and read a little bit more about them. But it's cool. And then, like I said, once you're done that, if you want, you can go to some of the other exhibits. There's the little red one is the Egyptians, and then the one next to it talks all kinds about bones. And then if you want to go back to the first level, there's a lot of cool stuff on the first level. There's in the first room here, it talks all about different animals. That's really cool. Okay, I'll show you real quick. Like if you go to the mammal hall, it has like all these actual animals that you can look at. So there's like a hippo, there's a giraffe drinking, zebras. So this is really cool. Something else that you guys could do while you're, there's a lion. So there's all different animals from all around, different categories and all around the world. There's a giraffe. So I really like this, because I love animals. So I really like these rooms as well. So you can take a look at the animal wing and click on the different things there. Go through, the different continents. You can go to the ocean one. This is really cool. And about all the different oceans. I'm trying to show you the big whale. Yeah, so here's the big whale that hangs from the ceiling. It's a big blue whale. So that's really cool to look at. Because we'll be, next month we'll be talking about music and movement, but then in July we'll be talking about sand and water. So this could be like a little preview to different things that we're going to be learning about from the, from the water and from the ocean. So, and then, like I said, there's dinosaurs over here. So you can look at dinosaur bones. That's cool. That's really cool to look at. This is just a really cool museum to, just look at and read a little bit about. And you can go, you could do one wing a day. And, I know it's really, it took me a long time. I did the virtual, I'm going to turn my camera back around. I did the virtual museum just to because I went there a few years ago, so I was trying to remember some of the things that were there, and so I did this a few weeks ago on, like a Saturday morning, but it even took me, as an adult, and even being, have gone there, it took me like at least, I think like an hour and a half to just go through each thing. So I know the kids aren't going to, sit there forever, so, but it's just a cool museum. You can, go on there, for a little, and do a wing a night or something, or do a couple exhibits a night. But mainly want you to just focus on the insects, since we're studying the insects. And then if you have some time over the weekend, look at some of the other things that your child might be interested in. Maybe they're interested in the animals, or the elephant, or the dinosaurs, or maybe even the minerals, or the bones. So it's just a really cool museum to just be able to do a virtual tour of. Alright, so I hope that was helpful. Like I said, it's not that hard. You just have to click on the link, and then you just have to make sure you go to the second floor for the insect exhibit. And then, like I said, I think it's easier just to click on the little dots on the map, because it actually, when you click on it, it gives you a check mark that you covered it. So then it's just easier, especially if you're going to do the whole museum. It's just easier to follow. Okay, what exhibits did I go to? So it gives you a little check mark. Instead of trying to follow the arrows on the floor, because they're a little bit confusing, or sometimes they don't even give you an arrow for the different exhibits. So it's easier and just be careful when you're on your computer. I know I have a touch screen, so I was like pointing to some stuff, and I touched the map and I like got rid of it, so I just had to go back into it. But yeah, I hope you guys have fun, and this is just the ending of our insect and bug theme. So I just wanted you guys to look at some insects that are actually in a museum. And so you could talk about that today, and talk about different people that work at museums and other people that work with insects. And then I'll be sending you out a thing next week for music and movement. Alright? Have a good day, have a good weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Be sure to send me some pictures of your child doing the activities. I would love to see them actually exploring the museum and seeing pictures of them doing that. Make sure we're, keeping ourselves accountable, that we're still teaching and, the kids are still learning. Alright? Bye. I'll talk to you guys later.